Hey my friend, in the end of this guitar lesson you will sound like this. The best way to explain Neo Soul guitar is to break it down. Here comes 9 steps you need to do if you really want to have a full understanding of this. Step 1, the chord progression. Hey my friend, by the way, you don't need your guitar for today's guitar lesson actually. Just save this video and learn this later. Alright my friend, let's break down the first step here. So the chords are E major, then D sharp major, then G sharp minor, then C sharp minor. So we will soon do very interesting stuff with these chords, okay? So this is just the first step, so you get a fundamental understanding of the harmony here. So this chord progression is in the key of G sharp minor. And the G sharp minor pentatonic scale works great over this chord progression. And you can also use the blues scale if you want to solo. Or this one. Those are some boxes of the pentascale blues scale that I like to use a lot. Yeah, let's go to the next step. Step 2. Add sevenths to the chords. Hey, by the way, do you know anyone else that also wants to learn Neo Soul guitar? Then be sure to share this video with them. I just know that I would forever be grateful if I saw this video when I wanted to learn Neo Soul guitar. Just copy the link here and share the video with them. They will thank you later, trust me. Alright my friend, let's break down step number 2 here. So now we have added a 7 to each chord here. So instead of E major, like this, here we got the 1, 5, 1, 3, right, of the chord. So just a triad. Now we add the 7, so now we will have 4 notes for each chord. It makes more sense on the piano, but on guitar it looks like this. So there we get a E major 7 instead. And the next chord is a D sharp 7, right? A dominant chord that wants to go to, in this case, G sharp minor 7, right? And then we go to C sharp minor 7. It doesn't sound Neo Soul yet, but soon it will. Let's go to the next step. Step 3. Add 9ths, 11ths, 13ths and other notes to the chords. Hey, by the way, do you find this guitar lesson useful? Then be sure to check out my Patreon. There you will get an instant access to all the tabs from this guitar lesson here. And also the tabs from all my previous made guitar lessons here on YouTube. And this only cost you $3. Wait, did I just say $3? Yes, I did. It's super cheap. I'll put the link here down in the description. Right, my friend, let's break down step number 3 here today. So we have covered and figured out the fundamental chords here, right? And then we have added the 7th to each chord. And there is actually more you can do with these chords. Now we will use chord extensions and we will use other notes, such as the 9, the 11, 13, maybe not the 13 here today, but that is some of them you can use, and also some altered notes as well over the dominant chords. You don't need to know all this yet, but I will just show you the ones we will use today, so you get a little inspired of maybe learning more about that. So the first chord is E major 9. A little more nice feeling then. It's a taste, you know. I like both, of course. Then we go to this one. A D sharp 7, sharp 9. So this is a dominant chord and an altered one as well. We got this extra note here. We actually got both the major and minor note, and this is also called the Jimi Hendrix chord, right? And one thing to notice here when we use other chord extensions is that we use them for a reason. You cannot just take any you want, you know, or you can, but I use the ones that have the same top note often, like the brightest note. In this case, it's this note here. It's the same for both these chords, okay? Then we actually go to this new one. This is a G sharp minor 11 chord. So here we have this 1, 7, minor 3rd, and 11. Cool. So, and then I just wanted to show you some other brighter voicings here. So we will use this one, a quartal voicing, root 11, flat 7, minor 3rd. And then we go up to this one, G sharp minor 9 chord here. And the other round we do the same thing, start on a E major 9 here, then we go to G sharp 7, sharp 9, but we also do a flat 9 here to this voicing, where I bar here with my index. And then I just go to G sharp minor 11 again. And then this time I go to a C sharp minor 9, you know? Like that. There we go. Let's go to the next step now. Alright my friend, let's break down the melody now. So this one is really cool, and we start here. So that's the first part of this one. So we are just using some parts of these chords, and everything depends on the melody here, you know. So we will get some new chords and stuff and new voicings, but you don't need to care about that. Just learn this and then you can figure out what we're doing afterwards, you know. So we start here with this first fill. And I play with fingers, so I do a little, and then do a hammer on, slide from 7 to 6, you know, just shake the tabs here, right? That's the first one. And then I play the next chord here, D sharp 7, just play these first ones on the A, D, G string, and then I pick the B string there, right? So now we got, get that feeling, right? And then I use a little part, as I told you before, we can use the G sharp minor pentatonic scale, so I use this little melody here, right? Yeah, just check the tabs here, and also if you want the full tabs you can go to my Patreon. There you will also get them as guitar profiles, and those tabs you can put in the program Guitar Pro and practice this really slow together with the tabs, you know. Speed it up and down, you know, the tempo. So now we got, right? So that is what we do the second time there, right? So that's the first time. And then the other time we start the same. This is the same thing there, but instead of, we go like this. Go up to this one, we do that. So this is a G sharp minor voicing, and I do a hammer on here, and there I pick 5th fret there. Really quick, really quick, and do little pull-offs like pull-off. So pick, hammer on, pick, pull-off, like that. And then I go to the G sharp minor, and I do like this. I have my index here more, and then I hammer on, and then I do little pull-offs. Pick, hammer on, pull off, pick. Like that. So there we go. I'll play it slow for you. So now we got. There we go. Let's go to the next step now. Step 5, variations. Right, my friend, let's break down the next step here. So here we are actually just doing a variation of the melody, an octave up, and we do some other variations basically. So we start here this time. The same melody but an octave up, right? So start here 9th fret, then hammer on. Just check the tabs here, I'll play it slowly for you. With fingers again, right? And by the way, if I'm too quick here, be sure to check out the tabs on my Patreon. There you can really sit down and learn it. Wow! But you can try here as well. I will try to be as quick and informative as possible. So, hammer on, pick, pull off, pick. And then I go up here to this voicing. And now we play a voicing, I like just a D sharp 7 voicing actually. And then I go up to this one. And as you can hear, it's still the melody, but it's voicings that fits the melody. So then we go up to this D sharp 7 altered, sharp 9 chord, right? Little slide there to G sharp minor 7, right? And then I do the same melody again. Right, just check the tabs here. So now we got little slow. Right, and the second time we play the same thing. And there I do this little variation. Right? This little same, still. That chord, and then hammer on, pull off. Here with my pinky. So pick, hammer on, pull off. With pinky 14th fret, right? You can see the tabs here. Then I play 13th fret and 12th fret. And then I do the same thing as I do in the beginning there, but this time it fits perfectly for the C sharp minor 9. It becomes a C sharp minor 9 actually. That's a fun fact actually. E major 7, if you put a C sharp in the bass, it becomes a C sharp minor 9. You don't need to think about that or know that, but it's just a fun fact, you know. Like E and then C sharp in the bass. Good to know, you know, if you want that neo soul sound, then you can reuse the stuff, you know. There you go. So basically another version of the melody again, an octave up I usually do, because it sounds really good, right? Let's go to the next step. Step 6, neo soul fills. by the way, my friend, on my Patreon, you will not only get the tabs from my YouTube guitar lessons, you will also get an instant access to all my exclusive tabs, lessons and masterclasses on my Patreon. And there you can also take private guitar lessons with me. Be sure to check it out if you want to learn more. I'll put the link down here in the description under this video. Alright, my friend, let's check out these really cool neo-soul fills, okay? So we will still use the same chord progression, but I will show you some stuff that you can do with it, you know. It's not really melodies, it's more like fills, as you just heard. So let me show you them real quick, and I will try to do it slow for you, but we have a lot to cover in this lesson, you know, as you have seen. So the first one is this. Over E major, right? So I play first E major 7, just shake the tabs here, hammer on, and then I pick, right? So E major 7, hammer on with pinky, and then I pick again the E string, so you get that. Up to this drop 2 voicing of E major 7, and there I do a hammer on, right? Right? And then, as we have done before, we have target the G sharp minor 7, right? But here we will actually add and use a minor 2-5-1, so we will actually think these chords. What is this? A sharp minor 7 flat 5, and then D sharp 7, still D sharp 7, we just add this A sharp minor 7 flat 5, right? So here we will do these ones, right? So this one is really cool. The first one is just A sharp minor 7 flat 5 voicing with A sharp 11 on top, right? Beautiful. And then we go down to this one, and then we do the same thing, a minor third. So 1, 2, 3, little third up, the same thing. And this becomes a D sharp altered voicing. So yeah, you don't need to know all this, I'm just telling you it real quick. And when you study jazz and more, these are very common stuff to do, play around with voicings and stuff. But now between me and you, just use these ones whenever you want, and it works great when you have a minor chord going on, coming very soon, you know. And then we go up to this one, right? So now we got this, right? And the rhythm is like 3, 4, right? And then we go to the G sharp minor 7, right? And we play this little melody. That one, right? So we play basically just a G sharp minor 7 voicing here, up here, but I do a hammer on with the fingers, so barring, and then hammer on. Then I pick 14th fret B string, 16th fret B string, 14th fret E string. And you can do those really short, so it becomes a little funky, a little groovy, you know. And then we go to this one, C sharp minor 11 voicing, beautiful, a quartal voicing, very good. Like that, right? I think. Let's try it again. So from the beginning. Right, so there we do the same melody as we do in the beginning, right? So as you could hear. Like that. I will play it slow for you so you can practice with me if you want to learn it. So. And the next time we'll do another variation of this, so we do it a little further down on the fretboard. And then we go to, so the same thing in the beginning. And then we go to D sharp, and we do this melody. Really, really cool, one of my favorite ones. It wants to go to that, but we will not do the G sharp minor 7 like that. We will do a fill there, as you just heard before in the example. So we will play these ones. So I play the whole chord here, D sharp 7, sharp 9. Then I pick the flat 9 there, barring with my index. Then I go to this voicing, a D sharp, sharp 5, and then becomes a D sharp 7. So I pick the whole chord, pick the next note, pick the whole chord, pick the next note, and then we do this really cool fill. Beautiful, huh? So here, this works great over G sharp minor 7. We will actually use a G sharp minor 9 arpeggio here. So we will do 1, 5, 9, sliding up to minor third here, so. Like that. Then we'll play this voicing. And this is like, we got the minor third, 11. So it's like G sharp minor 11 voicing actually, with a 9 on top. Right? Let's do it from the beginning here. A lot of stuff is happening now. So. And then we just do this little fill in the end. Works great over C sharp minor 7, right? So we do this. Pick, hammer on, and then I do this melody. So, pick, hammer on, pick, hammer on. Just check the tabs here, right? Pick here, 3rd fret, pull off, and then play the 4th fret, so. Right, I will play it slowly for you. And the rhythm's a little funny, so 3, 4. Right? You got it? I'll play it real slow for you. And by the way, you don't need to learn all this now. Just follow me and, you know, you can learn this later because this stuff takes time. You know, Neo Soul is not easy and I play not the easiest Neo Soul, if you know what I mean. I'll play it slowly for you. So if you want to learn it later, you can play with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Now, let's go to the next step. Step 7, jazz chords. Okay, my friend, now let's break down this step, okay? So here will come a bunch of new chords, okay? And that is why I call it like jazz chords and stuff. Like Neo Soul music got so many other genres within itself, you know, R&B, pop, jazz guitar as well. So, and you know me, I love jazz guitar. So here comes a bunch of voicings and chords and chord like movements that I like to use when walking around with chords. You know, and targeting, especially with the dominant to like this one especially. You know? Okay, so let me break it down for you. We start with this chord that we have played before, and I do a little hammer on here. With my pinky again, you know, we have done this one before. And then we go to, so E major 7, right? And then E major 9, and then also E major 9 inversion kinda. Beautiful. Beautiful, huh? Then we go to the D sharp 7, but we will walk up like this to this chord, G sharp minor 7, right? But we will not play it like this in the end. It's just this one we will use, and then we'll walk to the other ones there that you heard before, okay? So we will do this one, D sharp 7, right? Then F minor 7, then F sharp diminished, and then we will go up to D sharp with G in the bass. Beautiful. And don't ask me why this one sounds so good. It could be because we have the walking bass. And then we harmonize the walking bass. But it's also just... It's like a very classic sound, you know. And this you can always do on a dominant chord. And And then we go up to these ones. So here we will do some really cool chords. We will use some drop 2 voicings with diminished chords, and this is also called block chords. A lot of information here. If you want to study block chords more, be sure to check out my Patreon and also my other YouTube lesson here. I'll put it here. There I will walk through how block chords works basically. Alright, so here we have the first one. So now we're playing over G sharp minor 7, right? I'll just show you the voicings. So G sharp minor 7, diminished chord that we have between the drop 2 voicings, then G sharp minor 7 again, another drop 2 voicing. But now the next chord is C sharp minor 7, right? So I use this diminished chord to target G sharp minor 7 up to this one, right? Then I do the same thing again, but from this point, from C sharp minor 7. So diminished up to C sharp minor 7, right? So then we get this. Beautiful, right? I really recommend you to check out block chords and this whole concept if you like that sound. I love that sound. So now we got these chords, right? Right? The next round, you know, we do the same thing in the beginning. And this time we will continue to work in with the concept that we're doing a minor 2-5-1 to G sharp minor 7, right? So there we will use, once again, A sharp minor 7 flat 5. And then the dominant chord D sharp 7 targeting G sharp minor 7, right? But here we will add more chords. So I'll play this one first, just A sharp minor 7. Then I will do a tritone substitution. Basically, I'm just filling the bar with the chords here and I'm walking you through it real quick. So be sure to check out my Patreon if you want to study chords and this concept more, okay? So just learn this one now and see it more as a source of inspiration, of learning more chords and stuff, okay? So A sharp minor 7, E7, the tritone substitution to the dominant chord, D sharp 7, and then I use this diminished chord that you can also apply every time before any chord, a half step below. G sharp is here. Then we use a G diminished chord up to G sharp minor 7. And then we do the same concept as before, but from here. Right? So here we got G sharp minor 7. And this is a F sharp with A sharp in the bass. Crazy. And then we go up to this one. So this is like a spread triad inversion of G sharp minor 7. I also just see it as we harmonize the bass. Much easier. Right, so the next chord there is G sharp with C in the bass. Or could it be B sharp? I don't think we should say B sharp. So G sharp with C. C in the bass, right? G sharp with C in the bass. A lot of chords. And then we do the same thing from C sharp minor 7. So C sharp minor 7, B with D sharp in the bass, going up to C sharp minor 7, C sharp minor with E in the bass. Ooh, a lot of chords. I will not say them again. You can just check the tabs here, okay? I'll play them for you. And then there we go. Okay, there we have covered a lot. Jazz chords, okay? And yeah, as I told you before, check out my Patreon if you want to learn more about those, okay? Now, let's go to the next step. Step 8, solo guitar. friend, so now we have covered a lot here in this guitar lesson today. And I will be very quick on this one and just show you some stuff that I like to think when I solo over a chord progression like this and this kind of vibe, okay? So I usually do little penta, little blues stuff as you just heard, and then I also like to do my jazz lines and stuff, and we will not break those lines down because that will take forever. So that I will do in other lessons in the future and so on. So just be sure to check out my other guitar lessons here if you want to learn more about jazz guitar solo playing and lines and stuff. So basically what I'm using here is just the G sharp minor pentatonic scale and also a part of the blues scale. And then I also love to use this box of the penta. So 2 notes and there's 3 notes of string. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, right? As you just heard, right? So that's the first line that I used. And that's just a really nice blues lick. And yeah, you can check out those lines and they work great for like any chord, and you know, it's like another approach of soloing, right? Where you don't think of the chords, more like the tension dynamic. And then I do this. Or something, right? And then after that I do those crazy jazz lines. Really cool stuff. Right? And we will not break those down. And you can learn those from the tabs, right? And there I've also analyzed them and put notes above each note. Numbers above each note, right? And that is the relation the note has over the chord it's being played over. So if it is a 1, it's the root, big M and 7 is the major 7, 5 is the 5th, a big M3 is major 3rd, little M3 it's minor 3rd, and so on. So that is for you who wants to learn and analyze the solo better and see what I'm actually doing and what the value of the lines are over the chord it's being played over. They are being played over, right? If that makes sense for you. So yeah, basically the penta blues scale and then jazz lines. Okay, my friend, now let's go to the last step. Alright, my friend, thank you so much for checking in on today's guitar lesson here on my YouTube channel. And like I've told you before, be sure to check out my Patreon if you want to learn more from me. And also be sure to check out my other neo soul guitar lessons here on my YouTube channel. Good luck now with everything that you have learned. Let's check out the last step. In this step, we will combine everything that we have done in this guitar lesson. Step 9, combine it all.